our spirit? What is it? Where does it go? Are we able to see them using our mind's eye? If so, just what can spirit teach us? Welcome to School Through Spirit. Host DeEtte Renee is a certified psychic medium and master teacher of psychic and mediumship development through LWISSD. DeEtte was born knowing spirit and now is here to help you better understand the spirit world. And now your host, DeEtte Renee.
Hey, good Monday morning, everybody. Welcome to School Through Spirit. I'm your host, DeEtte Renee, here on the Edge Network. Coming to you every Monday morning, bringing just a little bit of a spiritual awareness into our everyday living. Hopefully making life make a little bit more sense. If not, hey, we're going to just sit here and chat for a while. Good morning, Tim. Good morning. So as every Monday goes, we do start with speaking a little bit about spirit. I use the book of Neil Donald Walsh just for some inspiration, kind of where to go, our direction, and then let spirit take over. The bottom half of the hour, we do a 5-card stud, and we do a highlighted different deck every single week. This week is Gentle Creatures Wisdom Deck by Dan May, and this is U.S. Game Systems. I don't know if you can see it. Pretty cool. I think this is perfect because the only thing I pre-picked the week before is literally the deck, and I reach down and grab a deck and I bring it up. And the kids are off school because apparently when we get nailed with a blizzard in the middle of March, it's a school day, and rightly so. You know, state of emergency. Keep off the roads, guys. I was going to take a school day today too. I'm like, I'm School Through Spirit. I deserve a school day. And literally, my granddaughter goes, "No, Nana, you need to go because they'll listen." I went, "Okay, we'll go." So, with that being said, guess who's going to do our 5-card pull with us today? Our 5-card stud. That would be Adeline. You can hear her. She's like, "Yay!" She's gonna wait. She's gonna wait. The little one is not being brought in, Dawson. He agreed. He's had plenty of turns. So we're gonna do this later on at the bottom half. So again, anybody that's within earshot of the Midwest and that like the whole section from Canada town, please be safe out there. It is not safe. It is a lot of snow. And remember, if you were in southern Wisconsin, Illinois, it rained first. I was out in a little bit of that around 5:30 yesterday, and it was already turned to slush and ice. So getting the snow on top of it, guys, we've got ice underneath everything that's out there. So please be safe. And a hope and prayer. Dustin Perry gets home today. I seen him post. Anybody that follows Dustin knows that his travel experiences are always very colorful, very colorful. Let's say it that way. And he was at the Palmer House Hotel in Minnesota, Sauk Center, Minnesota this weekend doing an event. Great guy, super nice guy. And he got straight. At first, he had a lot of issues getting there. And he got stranded there because obviously the storm came in. But I did see him post that like 2:00 this morning, he found an early morning flight and boom, he was heading towards Minnesota or Minneapolis airport. I mean, I think that's one to get out before second wave came in. So many prayers to him that he gets home safely today. No delays, no cancellations, just straight through. So let's open the book. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Very simple. Very simple. And you know, the funny thing is I don't have any cards that I know of in here. A business card from someplace that has been closed down for over like a year. It's the Distressed Art Loft, by the way. These ladies were amazing. It was in the book. And I don't know how, I didn't even know I had the card, let alone anything else. So let's look at this. I'm thinking Spirit picked this one. What's happening is merely what's happening. How you feel about it is another matter. Oh, if that's not scary, I don't know what is. this is this has been a struggle bus for me for a very long time. And I'm 55 now and it's finally starting to sink in. It's finally these words are finally starting to sink in because and we've been working on this for a while, guys. And we really have been. And I think this is just kind of hitting us. So what's happening? Okay, what are all the different things that can be happening? We could be having, a snowstorm happening. We could be, the your house burned down. Somebody treats you badly. Whatever it is. It could even be the good. It can be good. I mean, we always go to the negative. It could be the good. It could be, you know, um, you got a new job, you got a raise, you won the lottery. There's a whole lot of things that are happening because we live, we wake up, we breathe, we shower, we get out of the house, we have our day, however this goes out for you. And we have multitude of happenstance throughout the day. Now, you can take them any way you wish. You really can. Because this is what I love to tell people. What somebody else says or does, or whatever else happens outside of me, it's really none of my business. It's not my concern. They could be talking about me. They could be throwing me under the bus for something. They could be just talking smack. I don't care what it is. It's none of my business. Why? Because it's not mine. But how I react to it, how I feel about it, what my response is my business. And that's the thing I can choose. That's the thing I can choose to go about and go forward with. Okay. You see you see it all the time, but not positively played out. Not positively played out. Especially in this day and age where, over the last, I don't know, what, 5, 6, 7 years or more, you've seen a lot of people talking badly about other people. And I'm talking more like that celebrity status, the people that are really well known type people. Um, and you see them responding not in simple, like, I don't know what they're talking about, and just going on. Instead, you're seeing court cases and you're seeing all the stuff that's highly publicized and a lot of money wasted in court systems and all over trying to defend something because of the way they're reacting. Because of the way they're reacting. Okay. Um, Now, I'm not going to begrudge them what they do or don't and how they respond because they're fearful. They're very fearful that their character is going to be an issue later on. But honestly, going to court never mattered. None of that ever mattered. It's simple. I didn't do it. It's not me. I don't know what's wrong with them. And kind of going on with life is going to be just as effective as going to court and having a high profile case that's splattered all over the news because the same people that thought you did it or you were the person before court are the same people that are going to think the same thing after court. It's not going to change. The only thing that changed was literally how you reacted to it all. That's it. And it doesn't have to be a high profile case to be that way. Every day, every single day, there's somebody out there saying or doing something against you. I mean, it's just life. It's people. It's how the world just seems to work these days. But again, how you feel about it is really all that matters. And I want to put the feeling in there. It does. It says right here, how you feel about it is what matters. It's the feel that makes all the difference. And I know you're like, what's the matter? I can be upset as long as I don't react. Well, no, that's not how it works. It's a feeling that comes into action. It's a feeling that goes, okay, because everything we do, everything we create is based on feeling. It's the strongest thing we have. Okay. So when we talk about this, we talk about manifestation. Okay. Now we talked the very brief portions of this. Let's talk a little bit deeper. Hey, Teresa and Uh, uh, male hot tender. Sorry. Hello everybody. So let's talk about the feeling part. We've talked a lot about manifestation. We've talked a lot about creating things. And I know you guys are going like, oh my God, yeah, where the heck are you going now? We're not trying to win the lottery with this one. No, but it's the same premises. It really is. So what happens is when you feel something, that's what you're going to bring more of. We've talked about it. You want something, you put an action, a feeling, a thought into it, a feeling into it. That's what's going to bring back to you, right? We create our life. We create our life. So this is what happens. Okay. When let's do the easiest. Okay, we're gonna first talk about somebody talks smack about me. Somebody says something to hurt me. I can choose not to engage and go, whatever, not mine to care about. That's going to diffuse. Trust me, it's going to diffuse. Why? Because I'm not giving it any energy at all. They might be. I'm not giving it any energy. I can choose to feel, oh wow, that's an interesting way of looking at it, and it's an interesting thought process. Hmm. Yeah, it's still not gonna give any energy to it, but I'm gonna be lighthearted about it. I'm gonna go, well, it's whatever, it's your thought, you know. Thank you for posting online because you just brought more attention to me for other people that like me or don't know who I am to come to me. It's because it's how algorithms work. And you can think positively because that positively is also going to now diffuse the situation because I put a positive, somebody's coming at me with anger or jealousy or hatred or whatever, and I'm going to put a positive feeling on it. Not that I'm bringing more of that, but I would like you to talk positive. You're not talk at all. But instead of telling them this, I'm just going to go, wow, that's interesting. Let it go. Now, if I do what most of us want to do, which is, oh my God, I'm not going to respond because I'm not going to make it worse, but I'm going to be angry. I'm going to be foul about this. What are you putting out there? You're putting that anger out there. You are fueling them because even though you are not verbally stating something to them, you know what? Do you see that?
Yeah,
What do you think I'm doing?
doing your reading.
Yeah. So what are you doing?
Staying out of here.
I love you. I see you a little bit.
Hey,
Before we go outside, remember? Did you talk to mommy about that?
hey. I wanted Smarties instead.
No sugar until we go outside. Don't work it all off. I know. Hey, no attitudes, please. Okay, hand it to me, please. Hand it to me, and then we can hear it later.
Like what?
Okay, then throw it away. It's okay.
I want to.
Okay. Okay. So when somebody, guess there's an example for you. When you fuel that fire with anger or upset, those heavier emotions, what you do is lift those emotions up. Even without a verbal response, you are still responding with a feeling. You're still sending this feeling out to the universe, in which that feeling is going to be brought back to you by more negativity. It's spreading, whatever it be. Why? Because you push that out there. And so many of us don't look at the feeling. We finally are starting to get to that, like, let's not post back online. Let's not verbally assault. Let's not do the whole we put our 2 cents in. We're starting to figure that one out. And it's pretty cool to see how people are starting to change that way of being. But now we have to put that portion in, that feeling thing in. So let's go to something bigger. Let's go to something bigger. Because I bring this one up to people and I do it in readings and I do it at other times because, hello, Mr. Keith. More people look at me when they bring me up. And by the way, guys, it's pajama day. But we're still doing St. Patrick's Day a little bit. So what happens? I have people that come to me and say, "Oh, you don't talk about the negative stuff, do you?" And I go, "Well, what's negative?" "Well, this is." I said, "But that's your perspective of negative. My perspective of negative is a different thing." And I said, "If you're talking about like when you're going to die, I don't get that information. Sorry, I'm not privy to it. You know why? Because Honestly, I think if I got that information and I told you, oh my gosh, we're going to die on, say March 15th of, I don't know, 3032, we're going to put that date far out there. What are you going to do between now and then? That's going to change how you react to life. So we don't get to be privy of that information. As individuals, we might have a feeling, we might just know, but I don't get this to tell you. Okay. So let's look at something different. And this is how I explain to people. I might get that your house is going to burn down. And they looked at me. I said, would that be negative? And they, oh my God, if my house burnt down, what the heck would I do? I said, well, is it your house? Well, yeah, I own it. Have you wanted a different house? Of course, I want a better house someday. Can you afford it? Can't afford that house. I said, so at some point over the last year or whatever, you went, God, I would really like a new house. I'd like this. I'd like that. And you put the thought in your head. Yeah, I did. Well, but you can't afford the new house. No. So you put that thought out there. Yeah. Well, then your house burns down. What are you going to do? Well, I'm going to have to rebuild. Where are you going to get the money? Well, the insurance can give me. So the house you want, you're going to get because your other one burnt down, and the insurance is going to pay you money to now build your new house. And they look at me and they go, oh, wait a second. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So therefore, it's not negative. Does it put you in a bind for a minute? Yeah, it does. Do you lose a lot of things that maybe you didn't want to lose? Yes, you did. Are you alive? Thank goodness you are. But you can rebuild. And you're going to rebuild what you want. Now, a few weeks ago, I was having some car issues, expensive car issues. And I literally went to Spirit. I said, you know what? I said this 6.5 years ago, and I've talked about it several times. Spirit, this is the deal. I don't have the money to fix this vehicle. It's got more issues than I care for it to have, and this is the icing on the cake. I put this in your hands to figure it out. Either send the money to get it fixed, or send a new vehicle. I washed my hands of it, and then I put a but in. But I don't want to total it. Why? Because I totaled the vehicle 6.5 years ago. And I thought I was being safe. Because I put in the feeling. I put all of that in. And did the money come? Yes, it did. I was surprised as heck. I was like, oh my God, I wasn't expecting that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I made the appointment. I took my car in, and they fixed it. And I thought, this is awesome. The car's fixed. And I didn't have to worry about anything else. Less than 24 hours later, my engine light went off on my car. Instantly, I went to the and then I talked to a friend. I messaged him. Told him everything I did. He goes, oh, what a way to limit them. And I went, I put an emotion into it. I put an emotion as, I want you to do it. You take the problem, but you can't do this. And I put that emotion in there. Why? Because I look back on the last one like this sucked going through, totally not vehicle. So I went, you know what? I had to undo that. I had to change that emotion. I had to change that emotion. I literally went, Spirit, you know what? I got to undo what I did the last week. Thank you for sending the money, but you know what? I am not going to seriously, I don't care what happens, how it happens. Please either fix the car, send a new car, whatever it's going to happen. Okay. A little bit. Yeah.
She's going to be doing this.
Perfect. But I need you to do it. And I called the dealership and I said, hey, check engine light's on. And they said, bring it on in. And then they went, but we're going to have to charge you for this, that, and the other. And I went, ugh. They said, unless it's our fault. And I really sat on that, unless it's our fault, because I really wanted to go to the negative. I really wanted to go to, yeah, they're not going to claim this. Instead, I went, they might. They might. This may be as simple, a hose fell off. I'm not going to put the negative in there that something else has gone wrong. I'm not going to put the negative feeling. I'm just going to put it in is I had to put out there again, the car to be fixed or money come or a new car come. It didn't matter how it came. I took the car the next day and they were expecting me to holler, scream, and shout. And I went, nope. And then I looked at my said, you know what? It could be anything. I know what part it is because I went and had my car scanned because I really wanted to know. And I know it's in the general area. But being that it was a solenoid, it could have been going bad because I have put 220,000 miles on my vehicle in a very short amount of time. And it naturally could have been, this could be a natural, and it's not your fault because it's been going bad for a while because it's one of those things. Or it could be a hose just fell off. Who knows? I guess we'll find out when you guys inspect it. Do you need my card now for the $100 deposit, or what are we going to do? They said, no, keep that. It's okay. We'll figure it out later. It's okay. And an hour and a half went by, and all of a sudden, Elaine, I'm thinking, a lot of people are coming and going, and I thought, you know what? They're probably having tear parted. They're probably, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden, a guy comes on. He goes, hey, ma'am. I said, yeah. And he goes, you know what? Our mechanic's out driving your car. I said, okay. He goes, he found the issue. Turns out, when the hoses they put back on that solenoid had fallen off, causing the engine light. I went, oh, thank you. And he says, we made sure to get it back on there. They made sure that thing's not going to fall off. We're all good to go. We're going to wash your car for you, too. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'll see you in a few weeks because we know I drive a lot and, I'm going to need that oil change. And as I pulled away, all I could think was all I did was put good juju and this good feelings into it for the best case scenario. Because I'll tell you what, in the end, if the car's not fixable, putting the good juju, that feeling in, I was going to start looking at other cars. What do I want next? Maybe this is the opportunity to move into that next car I want. Who knows? Who knows? But putting a good twist on it, putting a good feeling on it, checking how I feel about something is going to make all the difference in the world. When you look at simple things, we've looked at a few different scenarios here. But look at the scenario of you wake up in the morning and you wake up late, you oversleep. You start to panic. You jump out of bed. First thing you do is you hit your foot on the edge of the corner of the bed. Got a lot of big feelings there, don't we? A lot of big feelings. You get in. You take the quickest shower you have. And normally that shower is when you wake up and you take your time and your moments and you're like, today you can't do it. Today you just got to jump and get clean because you're losing time. You're angry and you're upset. You get out of the shower, you get ready as fast as you can, you run out, and you know what? You can't make coffee because the coffee pot now is not, you forgot to turn it on last night. You don't have your coffee. Like, oh my God, can this day get any worse? Not only you're asking about it, you're putting the feeling. It's bad. You go to work, finally get there. And throughout the day, little stuff keeps happening. Just enough to keep getting your goat. And all you want is that day over with because you're like, oh my good gracious, this blows. And now you've had just probably what you're going to depict as one of the worst days of your life. All because you overslept this morning. That's not the reason. It's all because when you woke up late, instead of looking at the clock and going, this is going to put me behind schedule. And you still take those moments, that 5 minutes to stretch and to open up your eyes. And you still take the time to get ready, maybe a little faster. But you still put your music on. You still wash your body. You still continue to put yourself in that feel-good place. It might have opened up your eyes to, it wasn't such a rush. And normally when I wake up, I can smell the coffee. I'm not smelling the coffee. So instead of complaining because I'm getting out of bed and stubbing my foot, instead you're taking a moment to get out of bed and you divert the whole nailing your foot thing because you weren't in a huge rush. You weren't creating that situation to happen. But on the way to the bathroom, all of a sudden you either can't smell the coffee, or you went, wait a second, there's something wrong here. And you go to the kitchen, you find out you didn't turn it on. So it's a time to turn on. You turn it on now. You go back, you take a shower, you get ready, and then your coffee's made. Why? Because you didn't exit out when you woke up. So often, how we wake up in the morning, the mood, the feelings we have, is what's going to set our day. That's what's going to set it. It's not going to be a bad day if you wake up in a great mood. It's not going to be a bad day as when things happen that you check how you're feeling about it. Because the lighter you feel, the more positive you feel, the better the outcome's going to be. Because always remember, when you worry about something, you're going to bring what you're worrying into you. I'm worried I'm not going to have enough money. You're not going to have enough money. You're worried that you can't pay the bills. You're not going to pay the bills. You're worried about anything. You're going to bring that to you. So the next time something happens, think about how you feel about it. And then change the feeling. Make it a little lighthearted, a little bit more positive, and change the whole outcome of everything. Because all you really have is your feelings. And your feelings are what's going to create your life. So take a moment today and decide how you want to feel about this. With that being said, we're going to take a quick station break here. And when we come back, we'll do our 5 card stud with our highlighted deck, Gentle Creatures Wisdom deck today. See you with you.
Explore your higher consciousness with the Edge Media Platform. We're a multimedia platform dedicated to connecting curious teachers and seekers in a safe, welcoming space. Dive into spiritual growth with our print magazine, digital content, podcasts, and in-person experiences. Whether you're seeking wisdom or sharing it, we're here to inspire and uplift your journey, here, there, and everywhere. Connect with us today.
Do you or someone in your family suffer from nightmares? Is your home cluttered and you can't seem to clear it out? Your home or office may have low vibrational energy, and it could be impacting you and your family. Using the ancient techniques of dowsing, Master Dowser Annette Regalo can raise the vibration of your home or office by identifying and curing stress lines and negative vortexes that may be creating disharmony in your home or office. Annette has over 20 years of dowsing experience and is passionate about creating high vibrational spaces for others to live and work. Contact Annette today at 612-394-3736 or AnnetteRegalo.com.
Hey everybody, welcome back. And it's myself and Miss Adeline.
And special guest, Cinnamon.
Cinnamon. That's the first baby. The very first baby. You guys have seen her lots. She's just grown. She's gotten so big.
And then I think you've seen Spirit.
Nope. Oh yeah, they
haven't.
did meet Spirit. They met Spirit once. I think it was really quick though.
It was.
It was really
Like,
quick. If not, we'll bring in Spirit another time. Spirit's a big boy too.
Because Spirit needs attention on social media.
Doesn't he?
He doesn't have enough attention as his sisters
Yeah.
on social media. His other sister Snowflake. This is his other sister Cinnamon, and then his other sister Snowflake is in the cage.
You can
In the cages. They're both in the cages. I only have her out right now, unless my mom took Snowflake out, which I doubt she did that.
I don't know. They were out all day yesterday, weren't they?
They were. They're tired.
They're tired. She doesn't look like she looked like she tried to find her own bed. Okay,
They
so
sit on my lap.
so
They
Adeline,
sit on my lap.
it's been a long time since Adeline's been with us.
Yeah, because Dawson took it over.
He's been taking over. I said, "Are you coming in this time?" And she goes, "If he's not coming."
if somebody's name that starts with D comes, then I'm not.
So I went over to Dawson and I said, hey, D, I said, you've had a lot of turns. He goes, I have. And I said, can Sissy have a turn this week? He says, yes.
I cuddled a snake.
But did he come and get FaceTime? He definitely did, huh?
He did.
He did.
He obviously did. That's Dawson.
Perfect. Okay. Are you sitting down for a second?
Yeah, I need you to scoot your bottom over a bit.
I don't. I need to get a bigger chair.
Yeah, you need a bigger chair.
I need a bigger chair, huh? Okay, so this is the Gentle Creatures Wisdom deck by Dan May.
Say hello, son.
Say hello, son. It says, make new friends with popular artist Dan May's Gentle Creatures in this atmospheric oracle deck. Fuzzy giants invite you to share their wilderness adventures as well as their quiet spaces. Deep in the forest, you'll find a glimmer of hope, even in the shadows of sullen moments. Follow your curiosity and connect with these gentle beings through their playful encounters, touching stories, and wise lessons. This set includes 48 cards, a 68-page guidebook by Arwen Lynch Poe. All the snakes go to her glasses. Did you put her up there this time?
No, I didn't. She crawled up there. I set her on my lap and she crawled up my glasses. And I'm like, I know what she's doing.
Okay. Do we
my
have
snakes like being silly, and you can tell they're all siblings because they climb in my glasses.
Yeah.
That's how they know their mom, because they know their mom wears glasses, and so they go to people's faces and like wiggles their little.
I don't think they
tush in their
naturally go to
faces.
people's faces. I think they just go to your face.
They just know that this is my face, and they sort of
They
go
love
in
your
my
face.
glasses and think that
She's
it's
going, come on, Mom, let me up. So let's talk about this for a second. So this book, no cards, no pictures, but it doesn't mean that it's still not a good book because it is lightweight. It can just throw into your purse or into your center account. So you still just go, what do I need to know today? And open up and see. Okay. So not a bad thing. You were so silly. You were so silly. Okay. So they wrap this too. So 5-card deck. How we play it is first I get into a deck.
she finds every deck she can find for the year and puts all the other decks away.
I don't actually find them. People send them to me.
Yeah, you find them from people that send them to you.
Yeah.
And then you have too many card decks, and then I sort of steal some of them.
Well,
I have like 7 of your card decks.
at least ones that we go, oh my gosh, we create for her. We show them to her. So 5-card stud. How are we going to play this? I am
Should
going
I show
to.
them one of the decks?
No, not yet. We are going to. Adeline, we got to do this. You're all over the place, gorgeous. All over the place.
She's so big.
She is so big. So what we're going to do is we are going to pick 5 cards, guys. 5 individual cards from this deck.
It's called the 5-card stud
Yep.
for a reason. It's not called the 4-card stud.
Sassy. And I'm going to read them individually. When we get done with reading each one individually, we're going to read them as a whole, one whole reading.
And then I'm going to show you one of the decks that she gave me, or I sort of borrowed.
Borrowed forever.
Yeah.
So what you're going to do is pick a number, 1 through 5, or pick more than 1. It's really up to you. Or if you're really daring, you can pick all the numbers. If you have a lot of issues, feel free to literally just go, okay, I'm going to start. I am going to write down issues and give each one a number. Gives you a little bit of guidance on each one of them. It is 9:35. Okay, don't do that to her. She doesn't like that.
She doesn't like being sandpaper.
No. Okay, so pick a card, Miss Adeline.
I'll let the snake pick a
Adeline,
card.
pick a card, please.
She picks this card.
That card. Perfect.
3rd card.
The 3rd card. It is wait. Oh my good gracious. It says wait. Ugh.
Be patient.
It says wait. Now, the funny thing is about this, because the word says wait, but look at what they're doing. They're kind of walking. They're kind of pushing forward. But it doesn't look like they're going to be moving very fast, because that big old bear can probably be walking pretty fast, but she's got little legs, and she's kind of going, hold on a minute. You know what I mean? You see this? Because he's going, I want to go. And she's like, but just give it a moment. And this is what this card's about. It's about giving it a moment. This is not about making a quick decision and running for it. This is about going, hey, something's coming to me. I've got to think about this for a moment. If I make a split decision, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be the right decision. It's not going to be the right course of action that you need to take. So if you pick card number 1, stuff is coming to you. Things are coming to you to make decisions on, opportunities, information. Don't act upon it right away. Take a moment. This is not something that you have to go, oh my gosh, I got to do this. No, take a moment, take the day, take whatever time you need, but give it thorough thought before you act on it. Card number 2, girl. Okay.
Which one is it?
Adeline, just grab one, please.
Top one.
Okay, the top one. I got it.
She says top one.
Top one. Okay, wonder. Ooh, isn't that cool? Wonder.
Let Sin do 2 of them.
I'm loving that. Look at that wonder. Picking card number 2, this is like going, okay, what's going to happen? Allowing your imagination to kind of kick in. Lots going on. And you're trying to figure out which way to go. It's all there. But think about it. Wonder, what would it be like if I said yes? What would it be like if I said no? What if I say yes, but this happens later? Sit there and think about the outcomes. Wonder what's going on. Allow yourself to go into that imagination state. So few of us do. So this card is take a moment. Think about it. Allow your imagination to go. Just don't look at the facts. Card number 3. Pick one someplace else. There you go. Perfect. Oh my good gracious. Ooh, family, family. I love this. Card number 3 is family. Bringing it all together. Okay. Lots going on. You know what? Every one of these cards, I keep hearing a lot's going on, a lot's going on. It's time to bring the family together. It's time to go, okay, this isn't about me. It's about more than me. It's about my immediate family, my extended family, my community, what it is that you deem family. Okay. Not only so often when we look at things, we look at just from our own personal perspective, but with what you have going on, where you're going in life, how you're dealing with things, kind of pull it out of the you and put it in the how is somebody else going to interpret this? And I know so often we're not supposed to care so much about that, but with this case, it does feel as if you need to take a moment to go, I need to know how other people would react in order for me to make a better decision, for me to kind of go forward. So take those moments. This one, wings. Card number 4 is wings. And it's time to take flight. Wings, it's time to take flight. Okay. What I love about this is you've got butterfly wings. The creatures got wings. Okay. But they're not necessarily in flight. You see what I mean? Yes, the butterfly wings are up, ready to take flight. His are not. The thing is you're about to. And that's what this is about. You're taking your time. You sat around. You're getting your wings. You are about to take flight. So often we hear that. And we have no clue what that means. You're getting your wings. You're getting your wings.
Under the table.
Okay.
She's slithering away.
Okay.
I don't
You're
hit
getting
her head.
You're getting your wings. Everything's about to turn around. Everything's about to change. Everything's just right outside of your grasp. Why? Because you can see it. You're moving towards it, and you're about to take flight. So know that the end of your troubles and the new future is about to take forward.
Sin says top one.
Okay. Top 1. Ooh, uprooted. Wow. Kind of looks sad, doesn't he? Uprooted. Oh my gosh, I love this card, especially right now, because this card says everything you know is going to change, or at least a lot of it's about to change. Why? Things are happening. You've made decisions. Look at this. He's got roots, his own roots in his hand. He's got the tornado behind him. All this is going on, and what it means, even though he looks a little sad, like, oh, well, woe is me, what am I going to do? It means he's not stuck. He can go someplace else. You are going to feel like, by the end of the week, or if you pick card number 5, by the end of the week, you're going to be going, wait a second, I wanted this, but is it really happening? And yes, it is. And it's a good thing, because that stuck feeling is going to be gone. I don't know where to go. It's going to be gone. You're no longer going to feel like you can't have something, like you don't have control. And things that you didn't think you could do, you can do. And it's all happening because you pull up your own roots. So card number 1 was weight. Card number 2 was wonder. Card number 3 is family. Card number 4 is wings. And card number 5 is uprooted. Now, when I'm looking at all these cards, I think it's pretty cool because I do feel as if, no, let me do these first, okay?
Every time.
She loves a 6 card, but let us finish this. And
Instead
then
of 5 cards, I do.
let me finish this and I'll let you put a 6 card just to pull it, okay? Because apparently somebody out there needs it. So when we're looking at these cards as a whole, opportunities are coming. Things are happening. Things are going, oh my gosh, where am I going to go with this? Now, when you're looking at this, when you're looking at what's going on this week, you know what? You're going to feel like you're uprooted. You're going to feel like, oh my gosh, this is not going to be how you normally deal with things. This is not going to be how things normally happen in your life. Whether this is you're going to get up and move someplace else, you're going to have an opportunity that changes your whole life, or just that you finally figure out how to work with something. You're going to go, whoa, here we go. Why? Because you're going to be doing it different. The outcome is going to be different. Everything is going to be different. Okay. And that's a positive thing for you, not a negative. It's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be going, oh my gosh, what's next? Where am I going? But trust me when I say this is all positive. Now, she wanted to pick a 6 card, so she did, and she did the invitation card. I love this card. Look at how glorious that card is, the invitation card.
It looks like a treehouse.
Yeah, but it looks like a home that's a treehouse. It's like the tree is actually the treehouse.
Well, I'm going to go.
So, with this card, on the 6 card that she wanted to pull, invite it into your life. Invite the change into your life. Invite the wisdom into your life. Invite the opportunities into your life. Just say, you know what, I'm ready. I'm ready for it all to happen. So invite it into your life. What do you think? Do you like that deck? Yeah, me too. Is this a deck you're going to want to keep? You don't feel very good. It's because you have a snake in your lap?
No, because there's like some kind of pain in the back of my throat.
Oh boy. Okay.
Say bye, son. Bye.
Okay. Is this a deck you're going to want in 8 weeks or no?
Yeah, I'll probably snag it from you.
Probably snag it. I figured this would be a deck. When I'm looking at it, reading it, I'm like, she's going to love this deck.
So, are you serious? You're doing it again?
You put her up there. Okay, guys. Where's DeEtte? DeEtte is at Obscura Paracon this weekend. I'm super excited because it's what I want to go to, but I responded too late. I was told no. I was put in a very long waiting list. But something happened and the universe opened up because I just put out there, I'd love to be there. And the universe opened up. And not only did I get, oh my God, DeEtte, can you come? But can you come and speak? I'm like, bonus. So I will be at Obscura Paracon Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. until 6 p.m. I am speaking Saturday at 11:30 a.m. Not even sure what I'm speaking about. I guess you'll figure it out when we get there. I know I sent in an idea. I sent it all, and now I can't remember it. Anyway, we're going to work on that week so we know what we're doing. So we are speaking at 11:30. I'm kicking it off for the whole weekend, which I'm super excited about that time because it's going to be lots of fun. Sign in, registration to get into the building is you get your tickets and walk through at 11 straight into where I'm going to be speaking. Be awesome. Let's just fill that room. And then after I'm done speaking, about an hour and a half later, I'm going to be doing readings for 2 days. Solid readings. Come on in. Give me a hug. Say hi. Fill my time. I love being close to home because, guys, this is in DeKalb, Illinois. It's like an hour and 15 minutes away. It's a big old castle. Big old castle. So look up Obscura Paracon, and that's where you're going to find me. Okay? With that being said, guys, we're going to say goodbye. We'll see you next week. This has been DeEtte with School Through Spirit on the Edge Network. Have a fantastic week, guys. Bye-bye.
There are psychic mediums, but there is nothing like DeEtte. Let's face it, we all struggle time and again. But if you seek the clarity you deserve, then you need to seek DeEtte. As a master teacher, DeEtte studied under international psychic medium Lisa Williams. Together, they not only help DeEtte better tap into spirit, but also build a long-lasting relationship. So many psychics tell us what we want to hear, and that just won't cut it with DeEtte. She tells you what you need to hear, No sugarcoating here. To book a reading with DeEtte is simple. Just visit her website, DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us. And follow the yellow brick road to connect with DeEtte. Don't just sit there and ponder those questions. Ask them and let DeEtte guide you every step of the way. You need insight now, and DeEtte can help. Just visit DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us.